Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahi walhamdulillahi wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbana zidna ilma. Rabbi yassir wa la tu'assir. Rabbi wa tammim bil khair. So we are going to start our today's session. We are on the Nahv part, and in last couple of classes we just started with, just to recap the previous lessons so that they should have in our mind. We have started the Nahv second part with passivize. Then we did nawasibul fi'lul mudari, and then jawazimul fi'lul mudari. As for passivize, these we used a lot, and this is the simple rule. We have to put up in pesh in the first letter, and then there is a change in the second last letter. In case of Madi, there is the second last letter will have kasra, zair, and in Mudare, the second last letter will have fatha. This is the basic rule. Like natharat will be nusirat, and if it is yarzuqu, it will be yurzaqu. The second last letter we have to see in Mudare, that will have zabar, and in Madi, the second last letter will have kasra, zair. Then we have discussed nawasibul fi'lul mudari. They are 8. They are an, lan, li, kay, hatta, aw, idhan, fa, sababiyya. These are basically letters. We also say them as haruf nasiba. And we say they are nawasibul fi'lul mudari. They affect the fi'lul mudari. How? They make the fi'lul mudari as mansub. There are two ways to make mansub. One is for singular and one is for the plural. As we discussed, for the singular, they make mansub. How? They put a zabar, fatha at the last letter, and these are nawasibul fi'l, and they make it mansub. And for the plural, or we say af'ali khamsa, yaf'aluna, taf'aluna, yaf'alani, taf'alani, and taf'alina. They just drop the last noon, and that become mansub. An, lan, li, kay, hatta, awfa, sababiyya. Then we have discussed yesterday about jawazimul fi'lul mudari. So they are li, lam, lamma, in, man, ma, aynama. There are also conditionals. These are used for conditional sentences. When we say conditional sentences, we'll see them, but there is two part. One is shart and one is jawabu shart. So there are two part will be. So it will, so harufe jazima or jawazimul fi'lul mudari. They make fi'lul mudari as majzum. How? The almost similar rule as we discussed previously for nawasibul fi'lul mudari. For singular fi'lul mudari, they put jazm, schoon, and for if'al khamsa or plural, they just drop the noon. And this is li, lam, lamma, in, man, ma, aynama. So all these are the conditional fi'lul mudari also, and li, lam, lamma, in, man, ma, aynama. These are jawazimul fi'lul mudari. One common thing and one question arises here about li. Here we have the li, jawazimul fi'lul mudari. Then we have this li, nawasibul fi'lul mudari. And also one li we just we use most of the time, and just we discussed in level 0 that li is meaning is for, but here we say that this li is called lam kay, so that li means which meaning is for, that is harf from haruf jar, that is used before. What it does, it make the noun majrur, noun ism, lillahi, li rabbi. So it make basically noun, fa'il, maf'ul, masdar, and any noun as we discussed before. So that make that ism, noun, as majroor, and meaning of that li is for. Other li, when it is used with fi'lul just before the fi'lul mudare, there are two type of li. One is this litukhrija. If it make it mansub, then this li is called lam kay, and meaning is so that. If you see here other li in jawazimul fi'l al mudari, it comes with the combination of fal and wal, and it make the mudari majzoom, and its li meaning should. So up till now we see there are three li. One is li, that is for haruf jar, that make majroor the ism. Then lam li we just discussed here. This is called lam kay from nawasib al fi'l al mudari. And then li lam amr ghaib. Its meaning is should. So we have to recognize them that if it is come with fal, wal and fal combination, it is meaning is should, and this is lam amr ghaib. Otherwise, if it is coming before fi'l mudari and making is mansub, that meaning is so that, and that is lam kay. So today our lesson is basically types of lam. Types of lam, we see these lam many times, but let's say it together. First is lam amr ghaib. It's come with fal, wal and fal combination. So just we see this, so it is coming with wal and fal combination, so it is majzoom. It is making them majzoom, and this is called lam amr ghaib, meaning will be should. Like here, fal yatawakkal, fal ya'budu. So this is lam amr ghaib. Second is lam kay. The first this is coming in lam kay in nawasib al fi'l al mudari. So its meaning is so that. So it make the fi'l al mudari as majzoom. So this is lam amr ghaib. Then lam kay, its meaning is so that. Then we have lam ut taqid. Lam ut taqid meaning is for sure. Like here, lafi khusrin. So here, for sure, in loss. Walaqad, here lam. So this is lam ut taqid. Then we have lam jar, which we used most of the time. Li rabbika. It's make ism noun as majroor. Lillahi. It's lam, this lam meaning will be for. And then we have the last one, lam qasmiya. It comes in the just for use for the qasam. Like here, la umruka, by your age, by your name, for qasmiya. So there are five types of lam. Lam amr ghaib, lam kay, lam ut taqid, for sure. And then lam jar comes before ism from haruf jar, lillahi, for Allah. And then we have lam qasmiya. Lam qasmiya is just for to make the surety. It is coming in the beginning, like la umruka, by your age. So there are five types of lam. So lam amr ghaib, it is we just discussed, it's come with fal and wal combination, and it is in jawazimul fi'l al mudari. Lam kay nawasibul fi'l al mudari. Lam jar comes before ism, and this is lam ut taqid. You will see many times, for sure meaning. Walaqad atayna lafi khusrin. And then we have lam qasmiya. So there are five types of lam. They comes lam amr ghaib, lam kay, lam ut taqid, lam jar, and lam qasmiya. So if we just recap the previous thing from here, so I would just start with Ubaid.
Yes.
Just passivize. Can you please tell me the passivize of tansuru?
Tunsiru.
Is it madi or mudare?
Tunsaru.
Tunsaru. What is this? Madi or mudare?
Mudare.
Mudare. Mudare rule is?
First letter pace, second letter zabar. Second last letter zabar.
Zabar. So it will be, so tansuru will be?
Tunsaru.
Tunsaru. كذب.
Kuziba.
كذب. So there is no change on
Last letter.
last letter, no change. Only first letter, second last letter, and then no change on the last letter. Okay. يرزق.
Yurzaku.
يرزق. ينزل.
Yunzalu.
ينزل. And there are some special cases like قال is قيل, يقول is يقال, يدعو is يدعى, and even I think yajidu is yujidu. Okay, and nawasibul fi'l al mudari are Ubayd,
Unlearnly guy izan hatta aw fasabiya.
meaning
Un that learn never. Li so that kai so that hatta until aw or fasabiya. Then in that case
okay, and
izan when
izan then, yeah. So what they do?
they for singular fi'l mudare they put alif at the end, zabr at the end.
So it become mansub. So how they make singular mansub as putting
Zabr on last letter.
last letter, and for the plural arifal khamsa,
It drops noon.
ending noon. It drops the
Ending noon.
ending noon. Can you please tell me about this?
Hatta tunfiku. It should be hatta tunfikuna.
Yeah, it is supposed to be tunfiquna. So what happened?
Hatta dropped noon.
Ending noon. Hatta drop the
Ending noon.
ending noon here. So hatta is
Nawasibul fi'l
yeah, haruf
mudari.
nas. Okay, what happened here?
Oh ya tubu.
So what happened? Come explain it, please.
Aw put alif. I mean zabra on the last letter.
Last letter. So it was supposed to be
Ya tubu.
yatubu. So how did it mansub? How? For singular it put
Zabar.
zabar. Okay. Second thing, jawazimul. How many jawazimul fi'l mudari are?
7.
Okay, name them please with meaning.
Li should lam did not lamma not yet in if man whoever ma whatever aina ma wherever.
Okay, so we should have these in our fingertips. Okay, li lam lamma in man ma ainama. Okay, so what they do?
For singular fi'l mudare it puts kun on last letter.
Yeah, we say that they make majzoom, and for singular, how they make majzoom? Put a spoon on
Last letter.
and
For plural drops the ending noon.
arifal khamsa. Okay, they drop the ending noon. Okay, so here what happened?
Lam yaj it should be lam yaj alu.
Okay,
Lam dropped lam put spoon
at the
at the end.
last letter. At the last letter. So for singular case, last letter they put jazm. So it become majzoom. Okay. So here comes
The word should be tansuruna, but because in it drops noon on last letter.
okay. So why is there any effect here?
Yes.
Why is there any jawazimul haruf jazima here?
Because of in
In is
conditional sentence.
conditional sentence. So it affect on the whole conditional sentence. Shart jawabu shart. Okay. So what happened here? Because of in
It puts kun on last letter.
last letter. And here what happened?
It puts kun on last letter.
Why? Reason is
Because of in.
but why is connecting? In is here. Here it is because the whole conditional sentences. And here after
Wow.
wow, because of wow. So it is still in effect is still continue here. So it start from here. Then it is because this is shart, jawabu shart, and because of wow, still in is in effect here. Okay. So can you please tell me about, you said here this is one li, here this is one li. Can you explain the types of li? Lam?
Li, the one in Nawasibul is Li Lam Kai,
Lam K. Okay.
and in Jawazimal it is Lam Amr Ghaib.
So how you will recognize that it is Lam Amar Ghaib or it is Lam K? Both effect on Fail al Mudare. How you will differentiate them that it is Lam Ghaib or it is should or its meaning is so that? The question arises here. You said that li here meaning is should. It is Jawazimul Fail al Mudare. Here li meaning is so that. So question for everybody, because you are just we are learning here by this question, that how we will recognize, how we will differentiate this li, because they both are affecting on Fail al Mudare.
Yeah, because of the wal and fall, if it comes, then it is basically.
Yeah. Jazakallah Hamad Bhai. So this is as Hamad Bhai explained, that li is basically wal, and it will come, lam amar ghaib always come in combination of wal and fal. Okay, Ubaid?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So you just explained two lam. One is lam amar ghaib, second is lam kay. And third type of lam is? Lillahi. Lam?
Lam Jar.
Jar. It comes before? Ism.
Ism.
Ism. It make ism majroor. It make ism. See here, this is not
Majroor.
failul mudare. This is not fail. Rabbi. Why Rabbi? Because of li. Bismillahi. Bismi. That B is based on ruf jar, but I am talking about lam jar. So lillahi. Li Rabbi. So this is lam because of lam.
Jar.
Lam jar.
Lam
It
jar.
comes before noun. And other two lam types are, the one is lam ut-taqid, meaning for sure. Lam ut-tawqid, and second is lam qasmiya. By context we will understand it, the meaning of lam qasmiya. So there are types of lam. Thank you very much, Ubaid, mashallah. So I would go to one more revision session. I would love to go with Brother Javed Rasul.
Yes, Assalamu alaikum. Hello?
Yes.
Yes, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Javed bhai, about
Yes,
passive
sir.
voice.
So Fatahat will be Fotihat. Yakhluqa will be Yukhlika. Yeah, Yukhlika.
Okay, is it what, Madi or Mudare?
It is Mudare, so
Mudare.
Yukhlik.
Okay, Mudare, the first rule is on the first letter it will be?
A pesh.
Pesh.
Yeah.
Okay, and there is a change on the second last letter, that is?
For Mudare, it should be Zabar. So
Zabar.
Yukhlaku.
Yukhlaqu. Yes. And what about Yarzuqu?
Yurzaku.
Yurzaqu. And Kazzaba?
Kazziba.
Kazzaba. Is it Madi or Mudare?
It be Kuzziba.
Kuzziba. Yes, very nice. Let's take one more. Yunzilu.
Yunzilu. Yunzala.
Last letter has?
Yeah, no change.
Okay, just try to apply this.
Yunzalu.
Yes, yes, right. See here. Yunzalu. Only change in the first letter, second last letter, no change in the last letter.
Yes.
Yukazzibu.
Yukazzabu.
Very nice. Okay, now Nawasibul Failul Mudare.
Okay, there are 8 Nawasibul Failul Mudare.
So they are?
an, lan, li, kay, hatta, aw, izan, and fa sababiyya.
Okay. And
So they
what they
affect
do?
the fi'l al-mudari. For singular, they put a fatah or zabar on the last letter,
To make
and for
mansub.
plural or a afal khamsa, they drop the ending noon.
And that becomes mansub. In both
Yes.
cases, that is, we say mansub. Okay. And jawazimul fi'l al-mudari are?
Li, lam, lamma, in, ma, man, ma, ainama. And they, for singular, they put skoon or jazm on the last letter, and for plural, the ending noon is dropped to make it majzoom.
Majzoom. Okay. And there are types of lam.
There are 5 types of lam. One is a lam amar ghaib, a li. It comes with a combination of wal and fal. It means
Most
should
of the time, yeah.
most of the time. Okay. And the second one is lam kai, means so that. And the third one is lam tawqid, for sure. And then the fourth one is lam jar, for, and lam kasmiya, that is
Okay.
the
Lam
fifth
jars
one,
come before
before an ism.
ism, noun. Yeah. Thank you very much. Shabazz bhai, would you like to say something about this? That when we say lam amar ghaib, most of the time with wal and fal.
Yeah, I mean, this will not be correct to say that it always comes as wal and fal. That will be wrong. It mostly comes, or you can say it is actually li, but when waw comes before it or a fa comes before it, then it becomes wal and fal. But there is at least one place in Quran, which I know, that has a malam or ghaib, and it is li, without wa and without fa. So li is also an amar ghaib without waw and fa.
But most of the time we can say that it is with
Yeah,
wal
most
and
of the
fal.
time, or when we can say whenever it comes with waw, and uh, many times it does come with waw and fa. Yeah, that's
Okay.
correct.
Thank
Yeah.
you very much for explaining. Okay, we have to go for breakout room for revision of all these three things, starting from passive voice till types of line.